Good morning. Well, I often get asked this question, and no matter how many times I seem to answer this, the question comes back to me over and over and over and over and over again. So I thought, all right, I'll do another video on it. And the question that comes back to me is that what does it take to become successful? What does it take to become a successful entrepreneur? That question is asked to me all the time. And in my life of studying entrepreneurialism and entrepreneurship, or however you want to put it, business, success, profit, whatever it may be, what I've realized is this: it's a combination of about three things. Let's see if I can remember this. I'm kind of doing this totally off the top of my head right now. But it's a combination of about three things. It's a combination of having a real passion for what you do. And that passion is something that, it's that drive that when the going gets tough, it pushes you to do the stuff that most people won't do. So people always say this. They always say, I'm going to try and do this. I'm going to try and do that. To me, try is nothing more than a total excuse or a total, it's a total commitment to failure, right? So when you say the word try, you give your brain an opportunity at some point for a get out. So what happens is your brain does this. Your brain says, oh, I'm going to try and do this. And in the back of your mind, your brain is always looking for the get out. So when the going gets tough, your brain turns around and goes, oh, you know what? I gave this a go. That was bloody difficult. I'm out, right? So, but when you have that passion, when you have that real drive for something, your brain will always figure out a way of overcoming it. And let me give you my way of being able to overcome those obstacles. And I've spent years trying to figure this out. But actually, what's really interesting is this. The answer is really, really simple. And the answer is nothing more than this. Somebody else has already achieved what you're wanting to achieve right now. They've already done it. They already have the answer. All you have to do is figure out who that person is, figure out what they did, and replicate what they did. That's pretty much it. So that's the first thing, is having that passion. When you have that passion, you'll overcome all the other obstacles. The second thing, is to help people. You need to have a passion in something that's going to help somebody achieve what they want to achieve. So let's look at it from my perspective, right? So I have a real passion for, it's like human psychology, for what is it that stops us from doing the things that we want to do, and what is it that allows us and forces us to things that we want to do. So that's one of my passions. And then my other passion is I have a real passion for business. I love business. I grew up in a very big business. My parents had a very big business. They started off with kind of nothing and grew a very successful business. Very successful business. So when you grow up in something like that, you either, well, put it this way, first of all, you learn a lot. Second of all, you either realize, do I like business or do I not like business? For me, I love business. I love the, it's going to sound really weird. I love the challenges of business. I don't like loving the challenges of my own business, but I love the challenges of other people's business because it's going to sound really conceited now, but I've always got the answer for the challenges in other people's businesses. Because here's the thing, right? When it's not your business, it's easier to look at it from a totally different point of view. When it's your business, you tend to get stuck in it and you think to yourself, I cannot figure out what it is that I need to do. But when I go and look at somebody else's businesses, I can see the mistakes here, and here. And it's very easy to fix because it's not my business, right? That's why I'm pretty good at what I do at other people's businesses. So the first thing is passion. The second thing is helping somebody. And then the third thing is you've got to be better at it than your competitors. Now, people say to me, well, how do I become better at it than my competitors? Well, I'm going to break that down into two areas. The first area is you've got to provide outstanding customer service, right? And that was what my first book was about. And my first book was about what I saw my parents do when I was a kid. And that was we traveled around the world, and my parents would sit there and they would take photographs of things they saw that they loved, maybe challenges that they were having in their business, that they were actively going out there looking for, that they were actively going out there looking for solutions to that problem. Let me give you a great example. So my parents had a vacation resort, right? A big vacation resort. So they would often sit there and say, well, and I remember my dad now saying, how do you make a trash compound look attractive? So he would sit and he would be like, I don't know how to make a trash compound to look attractive. And then one time, and I've written this in my book, but one time we were going through Disney when I was a kid, and Disney are great at that type of stuff. They're great at just making everything look good. So we saw how Disney had made the trash compound look really good. So what he did is like ingrained in my brain, this one. He made my brother and I stand in front of a trash compound, waving like we're here in Disney on holiday, click. But really, he just wanted the picture. He didn't want a picture of us. He wanted the picture of the trash compound. And then what he did is he went back home and he replicated what he saw. And here's the thing, right? So I said that you've got to be better. So the third thing is you've got to be better than anybody else that does what you do. Because we live in a world now where, information runs freely. Businesses are really easy to come by. So you've got to be better than other people who do what you do. And to do that, you've got to provide outstanding customer service. And you've got to look at what the competition is doing, and you've got to do better than they do. Now, how can you do better than they do? Well, it's really, really simple. Don't look inside of your industry to see, well, all right, let me rephrase that because that's not quite true. Look inside of your industry to see who's the best of the best, and then replicate what they do, right? That's the first thing. And then the second thing is look outside of your industry and find out who does even better than that. And then guess what? Replicate that. It's not that difficult. But the problem is everyone sits there and goes, I don't know how to do this. It's complicated and life's difficult. And no. You're the one that makes it difficult. It's actually really fucking easy. You just got to go out there and open your eyes and see what people are doing. And when you see what people are doing, then all of a sudden you can do what they do, right? But if you sit there and you are so, I kind of hate this phrase of, you're working in your business as opposed to working on your business. But it's so true. And what I mean by that is you get so stuck in the day-to-day running of your business that you fail to pay attention as to what you need to do on your business to make it better, right? So when you do that, and to do that is by opening your eyes and looking around, then all of a sudden, everything's going to make a lot more sense. So let's break this down even further for you. Let's give you some real meat on the bone shit right now. So pick an area in your business that you're struggling with. Whatever it may be. Pick one. Right now. What is that? Only you know. If you want to stick it in here in the comments, then I'll even answer it for you right now. So pick an area of your business that you're struggling with right now, and here's how you fix it, right? And it's really, really simple. All you do is you go inside of your industry to see who's already fixed that. Do you like what they do, or do you not like what they do? If you do like it, or if you don't like it, what do you like about it? What don't you like about it? How can you see a way of improving that? And when you find a way of improving that, then all you do is you implement that. It's not fucking rocket science. And then all you do is then you look at other people outside of your industry. How do they overcome that? What do they do that makes them really good at that? And then guess what you do? You replicate that. It's not difficult. The problem is we make it difficult, and it doesn't need to be difficult. My dad always used to say this to me: Ian, if it's hard work, you're doing it wrong. And I've spent most of my life on these stupid comments that he would make to me as a kid. And I would spend my life going, and I would look at it and go, does that make sense now? And I would be in a certain area of life or a certain area of business. Does that make sense now? And I'm going to be honest with you. I've not really come to a point in my life where it hasn't made sense. Okay. So if it's hard work, you're doing it wrong, right? So all you have to do is go and see who's doing it right. And then if they're doing it right, do what they do. It's not difficult. Again, if it's difficult, you're making it difficult. And it doesn't need to be that way. So those three things are, again, if I can remember them, you've got to have a passion for what you do. If you have a passion, it drives you through to make it happen, right? No obstacle's too big. You'll find a way of overcoming it, right? Second thing is, you've got to help people. You know, you've got to do what I do. I love helping people. I love, bring me your problems, because they're not that fucking difficult, in all honesty, and I can fix them, right? Because it's just a pattern. So people come to me and they say, blah, blah, blah. And I've really only come across maybe about a couple of dozen of blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah is whatever their problem may be. Because the fix for one is usually the fix for most people. And if it's not the fix for everyone, it's just a slight tweak in that fix. So if I said to you, okay, all you need to do is this, and you implement it, it doesn't work, then I would just say, then try this, right? And that would just be a slight twist of the dial, quarter turn, an eighth of a turn, and bang, that's all it is, right? So you've got to help people. And then you've got to be better at doing what you do over anybody else does. And when you do that, it does become easier. It does become easier, I promise you. I'm just looking at the time here because I'm a little bit short on time. Need to leave in a couple of minutes. So, yeah, and this is kind of how I do business. Like, does it matter what I wear, or does it matter what I can do? So, and I'm a little bit scruffy because I have to go to the chiropractor, actually. And he's making me do some like physical therapy stuff at the same time. So that's what happens when you have whiplash. And that stuff is real, by the way. There was me thinking it was bullshit, whiplash. No, it actually is really real. So yeah, in a nutshell, that's it. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up there because I do have to leave. But here's what I'll say. Whatever problems you're struggling with right now, whether it be personal life, whether it be relationship based, which is pretty easy to overcome, whether it be like internal struggles, whatever it is that you're struggling with, and it's business, entrepreneurship, success, profit, anything like that, ask me the question. You can ask it on here. You can shoot me a message via Messenger, and I'll do a video on it. I'll do a video on it for you, and I'll show you just how easy it is to fix that stuff. Again, there's nothing really that I've come across that I've not been able to have a solution for that actually works. I did a video a couple of days ago saying about how I was working with this business, and just in 3 weeks, we were able to turn it around. I got the data through this morning. We had the best weekend sales-wise we've had. It's been phenomenal, like unbelievable sales. Again, it's just a slight tweak, a slight change. Yeah, definitely send me a message, and whatever it is, if you send me a message, I'll do a video on that. Guaranteed, I'll do a video on it. And send me messages, because often, I'm going to be honest with you, I sit here and I'm like, I don't know what to talk about anymore. I feel like in the past I've covered so much stuff, but I guess there's like a new audience coming about all the time. So, you know, maybe people haven't heard what I've done and stuff like that. So send me your stuff and I'll do videos on it. Anyway, with that being said, I need to go to the chiropractors because I have a bad neck, and I'll look at my messages that come through. Send me as much as you want. Send me all of your problems. Send me all of your struggles, and I'll show you how to overcome it. And you're going to listen to it and you're going to be like, oh shit, is that really going to work? The answer is yeah. Problem is right now you're starting a new business. Great. So here's my question to you, and you send me this in a messenger. What is the actual problem? Like, what is the real problem? Like, let's cut the bullshit. What is the real problem? Is it the financial worry? Is it the worry of failing? Yeah, all right, well, great. So really break down what is that real problem that you're facing. Need to model. Yeah, you have to model the businesses. You have to. So send me a messenger. All right, great. So it is the failing thing, which is honestly, do you know why I said that? Because it's a pattern. Remember I said it's a pattern. There are patterns. So it's just a pattern. That's all it is. That's why I pretty much knew that it was the fear of failure. But you can reduce that failing by modeling other businesses. That's all it is. And again, it doesn't just have to be inside of your industry, it can be outside of your industry. And often if you look outside of your industry, you'll actually find better fixes to your problem, because often, first of all, most people don't look outside of their industry, and second of all, they've got kind of revolutionary ways to do things, which would be revolutionary inside of your industry, but not quite so revolutionary inside of their industry. So again, it's just opening your eyes and having a look around. Anyway, if there's anyone else here, and if you really want to like send me like a messenger, if you want to send me a message via messenger and really break it down as to what your exact problem is, and you can be as detailed as you want. I won't like put this out here. But what I will do is I will answer your questions, and I'll be like, you know, I had somebody message me and here's the problem that they faced and da, 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 da. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to head out now. Thanks for watching. Send me your questions, send me your problems, and I'll show you exactly what you need to do to fix them. Anyway, take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.